Hi, my name's Craig West. I'm the CEO and founder of Succession Plus. We are the largest business succession exit planning advisory firm in Australia. We've been working with business owners in the mid-market to help them maximise business value and achieve a successful exit for over 15 years. During that time, we've learned a lot, we've seen a lot, and hopefully we can share with you some of our experience, some of our knowledge, and the intellectual property we use to help business owners work through what is probably the most important focus area for an owner to work on. How do I maximize the value of my business and achieve a successful exit? Hopefully this webinar helps you understand some of those key issues you should be thinking about as an owner and helping you maximize the value of your business and achieve a successful exit. In this webinar, I'm going to show you how to exit like a boss. I'm going to give you our 21-step challenge. You may have heard us talking before about our 21-step process. Exit like a boss has been designed specifically to walk you through those various steps. It's short, sharp, concise information. Most of the episodes in the podcast are less than 10 minutes long. There's 21 steps, and if you understand those 21 steps all the way through, they're ultimately designed to help you maximize the value of the business and achieve a successful exit. So let's go through them quickly, give you a bit of an overview, and then you can dive into the podcast and find out a lot more. The first one is obvious, an introduction and overview. What is an exit strategy? How do we design them? And why is it important to have a succession plan as part of your exit? Making sure the business is ready, the financials are ready, and you're ready to exit like a boss. Secondly, step 2, goals and outcomes. What are we actually trying to achieve here? What does your exit look like? How long, who, when, how much, what needs to be done to help you prepare? And ultimately, this is about you being selfish and clearly identifying what you're looking to achieve. Step 3 then is about fact find. Getting all the information together, understanding the financial metrics, understanding the non-financial aspects, working through your valuation and key value drivers to identify what value actually already exists. Step 4 is financial planning, and there's 2 key parts here. One is the financial design of life after business. What does your retirement look like, or your next venture look like? And secondly, how do we protect the assets from the risk? We want to make sure we own the assets in the right structures. They're protected by the right mechanisms, and we're actually well positioned then for life after business. Step 5, although no one likes to think about it or talk about it, unfortunately is quite important, and it's unplanned events. Literally asking yourself the question, what happens if I get hit by a bus? Is everything covered? Step 6 is similar but slightly different, and that is that we're looking at all the risks within the business. And not only the risk, but how do we mitigate that risk? How do we find out what risks are most likely and what risks have the biggest impact, and how we reduce that? Because after all, the higher the risk, the lower the valuation. Step 7 then is about exit options. There are a large number of options as to how you can get out of your business. Understanding what those options are, how they interact with each other, and what that does in terms of not just the complexity, effort, and timeline, but also the potential sale price and value will help you maximize the outcome. Step 8 then is about strategy and the business model. Having a strategic model to run your business, understanding whether your business is boutique or scale will make a big difference to how you operate and the ultimate performance. Accompanying that is step 9, strategic financials. This is not a budget. This is a strategic financial model, probably over 5 years for your business into the future. How do I build a business that delivers $1 million of dividends per year if that's what you're after? How do I deliver a business that's actually worth $10 million in equity if that's what you're after? You need to have a plan to achieve that. Step 10 then, and episode 10 of the podcast, is systems and procedures. How do I document, systemize, and design a very efficient process for every single part of my business to make sure it operates really efficiently and also reducing risk? In a similar way, you need to design a marketing and sales machine that's designed efficiently, not dependent on you or a key salesperson, to constantly deliver new business. Step 12 talks about corporate governance. Again, it's partly to do with risk, but it's also to deliver three key things. Corporate governance is about structure, discipline, and accountability. And having that in any business will add significant value. As part of that, we need to think about employees. Step 13 talks about ownership mindset. In a quick, easy summary, that is simply about getting your employees to think and act like a business owner. Not easy to do, but there's a methodology behind it to help you achieve that. Imagine the difference if you can get every employee that works for you thinking and acting on your business as if they were the owner. Accompanying that is often an employee share plan or employee ownership, where employees are actually aligned with you on the journey to help you maximize the value of your business and successfully exit. The last part of that around employees is management succession. Having a career pathway for employees is important. Identifying those people coming through the business who can take over from not just you, but also your key people as you head towards retirement or exit. And also making sure you have a management succession plan in case something happens to somebody within the business. Who would step in and replace them? Is that effective? Is that person trained? Do you have all the licenses and registrations that are required to run the business in case either you or one of your key people is not there to do it? Step 16, now we're moving into the extract value phase, talking about an actual exit or a transaction or a transition to family. It's always going to be tax. This step is always going to come to tax planning. How do we minimize the tax that's payable? Legally, of course, but there are lots of mechanisms you can use here. Thinking about that early and planning for it will always give you a better result. Step 17 is about documentation and two main types. Firstly, an information memorandum, which is like a sales brochure for your business, promoting your business to potential buyers. Secondly, due diligence. The buyer will do the most comprehensive audit you can imagine of every aspect of your business. And here, preparation is critical. Making sure you've got everything ready will make that process much smoother and much more efficient and less likely to either reduce the price or see the buyer walk away. The transaction is next. Step 18 is a liquidity event. As we know, that could be a whole stack of different things. And there's a big process involved here, which I outline in another session in terms of preparing and executing an M&A transaction for your business. There's a lot to do. And ultimately, you'll notice two things here. This is step 18. It's a long way down the process. So don't start by selling your business. Start by preparing the business and yourself and your finances for sale. It takes time. Hopefully now we've got through an exit. We're in the final steps of exiting like a boss, and that is three key things. Step 19 is investment planning, making sure we've got our financial goals sorted. We've got professional guidance about funding in retirement or post-business. Secondly, making sure our assets are protected. They're a different asset now, but they still need to be protected. Making sure we've got those things in place to know that even though we've sold our business and exited, we're probably not going to earn any more income other than from investments. So we have to protect our assets. And lastly, obviously, we want to think about how do we then make sure we've got provisions in place for estate planning? Are our wills and estate documents up to date? Do our family, kids, spouse, everyone around us know what that looks like and know what needs to be done if and when something happens? And obviously making sure that's all documented as well. Putting all those things together in the right order will make sure you've got things in place to help you exit like a boss. Thanks for joining me for that session. I hope you found it really interesting and informative and hopefully helpful for you in your business. If you want to find out more, there's a stack of resources available on our website. That includes white papers, ebooks, and other webinars like the one you've just seen. Also, feel free to reach out. I've got a team of advisors who are experts in the various areas of business succession and exit planning. They're here to help you. Feel free to reach out, touch base with one of my team. I'm looking forward to being able to help you maximize the value of your business and achieve a successful exit.